Endlessly seeking and never delivering. This is the world of the ego. This is the world of the part of us that believes it's going to find something. Security, the perfect partner, the perfect set of conditions, the perfect health. And it lives in that world of imagining. And it also lives in the world of control. I can control the conditions in this moment that are going to bring what I think I need, what I think I want in the next moment or at a later time. This world of seeking, of always promising, never delivering, is fundamentally uncomfortable. So what do we do when we perceive that discomfort? Well, often we perpetuate the illusion by buying into it so completely that we convince ourselves to seek harder, to seek in a more focused way. Other times we have an instinct that something deeper is calling us, that this is not the only way to experience reality, that living in the world of promise, underscored by a sense of lack, that the reason I have to find something in the future is because the present is not okay. And the ongoing seeking continues to emphasize this perception of lack and isolation. We perceive that that's fundamentally flawed, that there may be an altogether different way to experience reality, a different way to experience ourself, a different way of being. I saw a documentary a few years back about habitual gamblers. Now, these are people who have essentially destroyed their lives and have lost everything, their relationships, their possessions, and many of them are homeless. And yet, they still do anything they can to get enough money to walk into a casino and gamble it away. What was really fascinating about this documentary is that they demonstrated through some elegant research studies that what a habitual gambler or a pathological gambler is addicted to is not actually winning. It's not the reward they're addicted to. They're actually addicted to almost winning. And this can be demonstrated with simulation games, where it shows that they felt most successful when they almost won, even more than when they did win, or that the endorphin hits were stronger with a near miss than they were when the winning conditions were actually met. When they interviewed the gamblers, they also knew this to be true. They described a perfect day in the casino of having just enough to gamble all day long, almost winning, living in that perpetual feeling that I might win next time. So they were addicted to almost winning. You can see how this is just one iteration of the pathology of the seeking ego. And what a great demonstration of what a farce it is to live in the world of later when, or almost having, or the pseudo-satisfaction of imagining what we think we want later, underscoring the sense of lack now. So does all planning fall into this category? Not necessarily. The key is, if you're really honest with yourself, do you feel a sense of lack? A good litmus test for this is, can you let all of that seeking and planning go for a few minutes, for an hour, for a day? Can you sit quietly, in deep peace, needing nothing, and just enjoying being alive so much that there's no interest in mental seeking? Now, if this is something you find difficult, the good news is that it is possible. It's possible to be so deeply satisfied that there's nothing in you that feels incomplete in a way that it needs to seek, that it needs to live in a promise, that it needs to continue to fool itself or continue to forget the truth that you've never actually been truly satisfied, even when you've gotten the conditions of seeking. The ego can easily accommodate this. It just gives you something else to seek. It just says, oh, okay, well, that's not what we really wanted. Let's go after this now, a bigger version, etc. If you've seen through that game and you realize it's never truly satisfying, it doesn't lead to deep peace, it doesn't lead to equanimity, then you're in a very good place. You have an opportunity. The opportunity is to investigate the nature of your own identity. Who or what is it that's seeking? Who or what is it that is aware of the seeking thought right now? Including the seeking thought that says, when I'm liberated, this will happen. Or when I wake up, that will happen. So who is it? What is it? What is its nature? Is it something such that you can find it? Or are you looking from it? Or is it the totality of experience right now? The beauty of this is the inquiry can't happen in the future. You can't seek this. You can only investigate it immediately, now. 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 It's always here, always available, always on, always ready to dive directly into. What is my face before my parents were born? What is my original nature? There's only one place you can look for that, and that's right here. And then when you realize that looking is not necessary because it's right here, doesn't that just sort of stop you in your tracks? So stop. Let go of all the seeking. Let go of any thought that says, later when. Or if this happens, I'll finally be liberated. Whatever is felt here is just what there is. Whatever is seen, heard, tasted here is just what there is. Movements of thought, movements of mind, don't change a thing. They have no domain here. Here is deep beyond comprehension, vast beyond any description or conception. You can't get your mind around that. There's no need to. Even the mind cannot go here. This is beyond consciousness. This is beyond any category of understanding. It's beyond simple and complex. It's beyond self and other. It's beyond birth and death. Neither near nor far. This is where all seeking subsides, because there's nothing apart such that seeking is even possible.